Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tiffany, and this is the Clean Romance Podcast. We're going to break down five-star reads, hot button topics, and talk about what makes clean romance shine.
On today's episode, we're going to talk about Christmas novels, which is why I have my Christmas sweater on, except it's really just like
Fun.
winter sweater, but anyway, which we'll get to. And at the end of this episode, we're going to very quickly plot out a Christmas story. And since we're crazy people, we're going to attempt to write it and let our listeners read it before Christmas.
Yep. We're nuts. I can't believe I agreed to this, Sarah, but
We're
let's
going
do
to
it.
attempt. It's going to be unedited, okay, guys? Don't expect an editor
Yes,
to hit this
yes.
before Christmas. It's not. This is going to
Yeah.
be like rough but clean and fun. Anyway.
Clean. Yes, very clean. Okay, let me ask you this, Sarah. So, do you read Christmas stories only around Christmas, or do you read them throughout the year?
Okay, so I am not a big like holiday romance reader or book reader. I usually just pick up
Really?
whatever book is near
Hmm.
me. So I had to go back
Okay.
into my Goodreads, and the funniest thing is the only Christmas book that I read all year, I read in June.
No way. Well, that's
Okay, hold
great.
on. I am currently reading a Christmas novella by my friend Tiffany
Okay.
Noel Chacon, which
Oh,
I
I know her.
have I have something to say about this.
Oh
Uh,
no!
I
Don't say it to me.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. This is a clean romance book, okay? And I have something in my eye, but okay, so I'm reading Under the Covers last night, trying not to keep my husband awake. And this is a clean romance, and they're playing pickleball. And I don't have much experience with pickleball other than it's everywhere. Everyone's obsessed with it. And I see funny like shirts at Target and stuff about pickleball, and it
Yeah.
makes me want to play pickleball just because the shirts and stuff are funny. But they dinked each other. He said, "Let's dink together," and I was
Uh-huh.
like, Tiffany, this is a clean romance. And it said, let's dink each other or something, or let's dink together. I think it was let's dink together was the thing, not each other. Let's dink together. Which would you like to explain to non pickleball players what dinking is?
So dinking, which I do feel like pickleball, they're not really setting themselves up for success with their terminology. I mean, pickleball, as let's just start there. That's rough. And then dinking, and then you have to stay out of the kitchen as part of the. It's just
I
bad. The terminology,
I
it
mean,
needs to be workshopped.
I feel like
Honestly,
the people who made these terms were like 30-year-olds, like friends who had too many beers, and
yes,
they were in a
yes.
kitchen being like, let's name it this and let's name it that. And
Yeah.
yes, that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, but dinking, it's the soft, controlled shots that you hit uh, by near the net. I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but that's how I'm going to explain it. Pickleballers listening to this are going to be like, well, technically, but I don't know.
Anyway, I'm really enjoying the book, but it was really
Oh,
funny when they
good.
were dinking each other on
Dinking.
the
Yeah, you would say dinking. Just dinking. They're
they were
dinking.
dinking. Anyway, okay. So I am reading a holiday romance right now as we get ready for Christmas. So there we go. I'm actually
Nice.
doing it.
Yes. I only, generally speaking, only read Christmas stories around Christmas time. This year, I was writing a Christmas story. I wrote that in September. And so I feel like I got too early of a start. And now I'm a little confused on my holidays. I'm typically very a holiday purist. Like, we celebrate Thanksgiving and then we can celebrate Christmas. But I started early this year.
That's how my husband is. He believes that like the decorations should not come out until the day after Thanksgiving. But
Yes.
we always travel, or we often travel for Christmas because all of our family is
Mm.
1,000 miles away, and so I find that we miss a lot of our decorations because we're
Mm.
not always home for it. And so I'm always pushing to bring the holiday joy early. Also,
Oh, yeah.
because Halloween has gotten so out of control, and there's like our area goes over the top with decorating for Halloween. And so I just,
Mm.
as soon as Halloween is over, I so badly, like the day after, want to pull out Christmas lights and be like,
Yeah.
take this, people! Like, we're
Right, right.
celebrating our
I get
risen
that.
savior. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that for sure. That
Uh,
makes sense. Well, to our listeners, let us know, when do you read Christmas stories? You can comment wherever you're listening or find us on Instagram at the Clean Romance Podcast and join the discussion there.
I'm excited. And I happened to be on TikTok this morning and saw, so because I knew we were going to be discussing this, and I saw someone post a recommendation of different Christmas clean romances, and it did make me want
Ooh,
to do it. It made me want
okay.
to just start reading Christmas romances. So I can
Nice.
see, because it was weird to read a Christmas romance in June. It was a little hard to get in the mood,
Yeah,
but it was
that makes
good.
sense.
It was still a fun book.
Let me ask you this. So, what do you think it takes for a story to be a Christmas, like technically a Christmas romance? Because is it just the fact that there's snow on the ground? You know, could if a story could take place at any time of the year but there's snow, is it a Christmas romance? Like, what makes a Christmas romance a Christmas romance?
I think that's a really good question. And I don't know if I have a great answer, because I do believe there are some books I've read that take place over Christmas, but they don't feel like a Christmas romance. Like they, even
Hmm.
though the holiday is happening, it's almost like, to me, for it to be a Christmas romance, that Christmassy feeling has to be seeped into the book. Like one of my friends
Yes.
described someone else's book as her book was set in Ocala, and she said Ocala was like a character in the book. Like that's how
Hmm.
much Ocala seeped into the story. And so I think when I think of a
I love that.
Christmas book, Christmas is like another character. It is seeped into the story
Yes.
so much. It's not just something that
Mm.
happens. Like, but yeah, so that's for me. And snow can feel that way, right? Like a.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I mean, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater right now, but it's not actually a Christmas sweater. It's a ski sweater. So I feel like this is kind of the same. When you look at this,
Right,
do you
right.
think Christmas, even though there's nothing Christmassy about it? Maybe
Right.
it's, I don't know. What about
Yeah,
you?
that's a good point. Yeah, I think I agree with what you're saying, where there is a certain spirit that you get from Christmas romances that's unique to any other kind of book, where you feel like you're in the spirit. Yeah, that Christmas is a character in the book.
Yeah.
I love that.
And reading your book. So I just finished the gingerbread making
Oh
contest,
yeah.
or gingerbread house making contest. And I love stuff like that because it makes me want to do a gingerbread house. I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
My family and I are
Yes.
going to make gingerbread houses this year. I don't know if we
Nice.
actually will, but it makes me want to. And I think that is one of the fun things about reading seasonally, because I am
Mm,
not great at getting excited about holidays and stuff. So stuff like that kind of helps me get in the mood. So I understand why people read
yeah.
it. Okay, now
I
I'm going to
love
read
that.
all the Christmas romance and get in the mood. Thanks. Do you think that Christmas romances set unrealistic expectations for the holidays?
I think sometimes, and I think this is a bigger topic for another conversation, but I do think in general, romance books can set unrealistic expectations for our lives in general. And we have to deal with that. And what's the difference between fiction and real life, you know?
Mm, yep. That's a whole other conversation that now I
Yes.
really want to dive into, but I'm trying to stay on topic today.
Yeah. Why do you think people like reading Christmas romances? What draws us to us? Although you said you don't read a lot of Christmas romances, but in general, what do you think draws people to Christmas romance?
It's the Hallmark vibe. Like, what draws everyone to Hallmark? Like, it's Okay, how about this? I'm thinking deeper now. I think as we age, Christmas starts having a lot of baggage, right? And there
Hmm.
people have,
True.
if you've lost someone around Christmas, someone that's not
Yeah.
there anymore, or like there or and so I think there's just
Yeah.
hard things that happen at Christmas. And so it gives us some escapism into,
Mm-hmm.
everything feeling warm and fuzzy. And I mean, hard things happen
Hmm.
in a novel or it wouldn't be a novel, right? There'd be
Sure.
no
Yeah.
fun in reading it, but it's their problems, not ours.
Right.
And so we don't have to worry about, that happening to us because it's their problems. So that's
True.
kind of my thing, I think, is it's a bit of an escapism into, in a time that can be hard, and it's reminding us of what's joyful about
Mm.
it and helping us
Yeah,
dive into someone else's joy. How about you? What do you
that's
think,
true.
Tiffany?
Yeah, that's a good point. And when I share my 5-star read, my 5-star Christmas read, that is something that I'm going to share about is how it can help during those harder times. But I do think the word escapism is probably a good one. And this might sound a little shallow compared to what you just shared, but I am a Florida girl, born and raised. I have never experienced a true winter season. I still haven't experienced a true winter season,
Get
but we
ready.
moved, yes, we moved from Florida to Tennessee at the beginning of this year in January. So we had some of the winter. But as it's getting colder here, I am noticing my mood dropping with the colder weather. Fall was the opposite. It was as if my mood was just going up and up and up because it's so beautiful in the fall here. And I could be outside all the time. And now that it's getting colder, I don't want to be outside. And I'm very much an outside, need to be outside every day kind of person. And I do think that the Christmas stories are helpful in that way of bringing up your mood. They're generally very light, very happy, very mood lifting, and I can see the appeal now with that. I'm like, I want to cuddle up with a heated blanket. I've never owned a heated blanket in Florida, but now I do, and read my happy, lighthearted Christmas romance and be a little happier at the end of this. Well, are you ready to come up with our Christmas
Oh,
story?
I forgot we were
We,
doing this. Oh,
yeah.
I'm so nervous now. What are we
By the
doing?
way, to our listeners, we have not talked about this at all. This is completely unscripted.
Oh.
So let me ask you, Sarah, do you want to are we going to be coming up with a stereotypical Christmas story, or do we want to break some of the stereotypes, turn them on their heads?
Oh, I was
What are we
thinking it
going
would be
for?
funny to just 100% dive in and make the most stereotypical Christmas. But maybe we could turn it on its head. I don't know. What were your thoughts?
I don't know. How about this? What if we take one or two tropes, turn them on their head, and then have some that are stereotypical? So
Okay.
I'll throw this out
Okay.
for us to discuss. What if instead of a person moving from the big city to the small town, it's reversed? So
Okay.
you have a small town girl moving into a big city, or vice versa. So maybe it's the big city Christmas rather than the small town save the farm, or
Okay.
that kind of thing.
All right. I'm down. I think personally, the big city Christmas is more magical to me. Is
Yeah,
that
I
blasphemy?
agree.
Although my husband's small town, his Christmas is like sometimes we drive all the way to Mississippi for the one weekend where they have the Christmas parade
Whoa.
and pancakes. It is that
Wow.
good, but that's one weekend, and
Nice.
I love Christmas in New York and the big Christmas
Yeah.
tree and all that. So,
Yeah. I
okay.
agree. I
So
agree.
she's going to get a job in a big city. Is this the
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
small town girl moves to the big city and gets a high power job.
Okay.
Something that is a typical Christmas trope is the grumpy sunshine,
Okay.
where one character hates Christmas and basically needs to be convinced that Christmas is fun
Okay.
and good, right? Like, would you
So
say that's kind of a
she needs to be
stereotypical?
the grump, I think. Like
Okay, okay.
she needs to be jaded for some reason about her small town
Hmm.
Christmas. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but she needs to be annoyed for some reason about it. And
Okay.
so, or maybe she's just angry because she's in a big city and she thinks it's like you can't, oh, the big city can't do Christmas. Like I'm from small town
Ooh.
where Christmas
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
like where it's at, and there's no way this big city can handle Christmas. And also I'm a little homesick and
I like
grouchy.
it. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
And maybe it's she's snowed in or something. Maybe she was supposed to go home to her small town for Christmas and do the small town thing. And so maybe she's kind of salty because
Yeah, maybe there's a
she
government
wanted to be.
shutdown and all the flights are canceled.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, angry because she can't go home. I'm writing this down so we don't forget. It's making
Yeah.
my camera wiggle.
Yep.
I apologize for people watching on YouTube. Angry because she can't go home.
All right, we need to think about him. Who's our male main character? So is he going to be, if she's the grump, he's the sunshine? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I think he needs to be like Christmas is awesome in the big city.
Yeah. Okay. Like he's taking it as his mission to show her how awesome Christmas is
Yeah.
in the big city. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's think, how do they know each other? Is this a
Um
strangers to
okay, maybe they're coworkers,
Okay.
but I was just thinking we've got to have the typical coffee shop run in, and the
Yeah.
coffee's gonna spill all over one of them, and it's gonna be like
Okay.
his drink is gonna be the super girly, like super Christmassy,
Yes.
like gingerbread
Yes.
latte,
Yes.
extra, whatever, whatever. We got to get the like
Yes,
whipped cream
extra
going,
whip with the sprinkles and
and she's
and
gonna have
she's got like
like
a black coffee
yes.
americano or
I was
something.
gonna say Americano. That's my drink, but it could also just be like I don't know, the dark roast or whatever, like
Right,
drip
right.
coffee.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "What is all this crap on me? There's
Mhm.
a clump of whipped cream on my shoulder."
Yes. Yes. I
Okay,
love it. I love it.
this is so fun. We should write all our books like this. Okay, okay. I
There
think
needs to be forced proximity, I think.
okay.
So, the, for some reason they're snowed in somewhere together.
Well, what
I don't
if
know
they're at
how
work?
that would
Okay,
work.
what if they're at work and first of all they've been forced to share a cubicle? Okay, because this is what I've heard real jobs are like. I don't have a real job.
Really?
So like people have to share cubicles. So she's the new girl. They
That's
don't have a
crazy.
desk yet, and she has
Okay.
to share a cubicle with this guy who's playing Christmas carols all day.
Yes. Yes.
Ugh. And has an
Yeah.
elf on
And
the
has
shelf
it.
that moves every day.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love it, Sarah. An elf on the shelf in the cubicle.
And it like stares at her while she works. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
I
so
love it.
excited. Okay. So it stares at her while she
Oh,
works.
oh, oh.
Okay, yeah.
I have an idea. Let's
Okay.
do the 12 days of Christmas. So maybe each chapter is one day of the 12 days. And
You're
so
a
something.
genius, Tiffany. This is amazing. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay,
I'm
so
loving this. I'm loving this.
so it's 12 days of Christmas countdown, and maybe she just starts. I mean, she just starts the job like right before Christmas, so
Yeah.
she probably was already cutting it close at being able to afford a trip home, and then
Yeah.
like a big snowstorm comes
Yep.
because she's in a big city now.
Yep.
Okay, so she's trapped.
And she's in a bad mood, and he wants to convince her Christmas is awesome in the city. So he takes that on as his task. We got to
Okay,
reverse grumpy sunshine,
all right.
force proximity in the cubicle.
We're gonna probably botch this so bad because I don't know about you, but I've never worked in a cubicle before. I'm gonna be asking my
No,
husband
I
all
know.
these
Yeah.
questions.
My first job out of college was an open space. Like the boss was behind a glass door, and then all of our desks were in this wide open space.
Like
And
The
she was just
Office.
watching us all the time.
This is
Yes,
Dunder
very
Mifflin.
much like that. Yes, yeah. It was it was rough.
I'm not cut out for
That's my only
cubicle.
experience.
All
Oh
right.
no, I wasn't
I'm
either.
gonna work from home for the rest of my life.
Yes, cheers to that.
Yes. A little cold coffee. Cheers.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
I guess I should. Hmm.
So, I feel like one thing that we need
Okay.
in our Christmas rom com is some funny side characters.
Okay. I'm down.
So, someone with a little who brings a little humor.
There's
I
got
don't
to
have a good
be
idea.
an annoying coworker. I mean, there's always the
Yeah,
annoying coworker, right?
definitely. Definitely.
Who happens to I don't like just completely bashing people, and so I think their annoying coworker has to have some really redeeming qualities in the end
Yes.
that makes
Yes, I
her
like it.
like, yeah.
I like
Um
it. I like it.
the
Some
boss,
redemption in our
yes,
Christmas.
Christian Christmas.
Christmas,
Um
Christian Christmas.
the boss, I think, needs to make them come in when it
Yeah.
snows. So the boss has got to be
Oof.
like a side character that's
Yeah.
not not super friendly. Maybe it's kind of like a
Yeah.
Scrooge thing going on,
Oh, okay. I
some
like it.
Scrooge vibes. And then
Yeah.
in the end, they all have Christmas dinner together at a pub or something.
I like it. I like it. All right. I
We're
feel like,
getting a
what
little
do you think?
complex
Is
though, but okay.
I know, yeah, yeah. We're gonna need to keep it simple, but I think we have enough to work
Yeah,
with
I think
for what
so.
we're going for.
All right,
I
do we
think
have
that
names?
she should be. Oh no, gosh,
Okay, we'll figure that out.
I don't like picking names. I'm
Character
bad at
A,
names and
character
bad
B.
at titling.
Okay. FMC, MMC.
Yeah.
Okay, what
Sarah,
we got?
we'll have to pick a super cheesy title for this
Okay.
to drive you crazy.
Okay. Are we going to put all of the tropes in the title? Because
Oh my
that
goodness.
is my favorite.
I know, that's your favorite. The Grumps forced proximity big city
Snowden.
Christmas.
Snowden, Big City
Snow-
Christmas. Oh, okay.
Maybe we should have. Oh, I have an idea. Let's have our readers title it. So
Oh,
now they know what it's
yes.
about. We're going to have a title competition, and whoever wins gets to title our book.
I'm so excited about this. And I'm just, in case you didn't read the sarcasm, I hate all the tropes in the title. Okay, so there you go. Now you know, please don't do
Yes.
that. You're not going to win if you
Yep.
put all the tropes in the title. Okay, unless you can make me laugh because it's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, do we want to share our 5-star reads? Maybe
Yeah.
a Christmas 5-star read.
Yes, but the problem is that mine is on my phone, which I'm using as a video recorder. So I'm gonna have to try to pull it up on my computer real quick. Let me see.
Okay.
While you share yours.
I'll share mine. So this is actually a book I read 2 Christmases ago, but it was so impactful for me that I'm sharing it now. I'm getting a little deep, trigger warnings,
Okay.
talking about death for a second
Oh,
here.
okay.
So if you want to skip this, listeners, just do that. So my grandma, who I was very close to, passed 2 Christmas seasons ago, and I was driving from Tampa to where she lived in Port St. Lucie. It was, maybe a 3.5 hour drive by myself to essentially say goodbye to my grandma. She hadn't passed yet, but we knew that it was toward the end of her life. And I was a mess. And the drive alone just made me very anxious. I was driving these small back roads in Florida to get to her, and I was kind of losing it a little bit, to be honest. And I am not a big audiobook listener, but I was like, okay, I need to listen to something that is going to be lighthearted and distract me so that I can make it to where I need to go to say goodbye to my grandma. And I randomly picked a Christmas book by an author that I had heard of but hadn't read before. And it's called Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele. And it was everything that I needed in that moment and more. It was humorous, but she also, the main character, was dealing with a loss. And surprisingly, that was what I needed in that moment. I felt seen. I felt um, recognized in a way that I needed to feel seen in that moment. And with just enough humor and Christmas spirit and witty banter, and of course, the romance was so great to keep me distracted and to keep me going and to give me hope during that really tough season for me. And I'm grateful for that book. I'm grateful for that author sharing that book, uh, so that I could have that time. So that is my 5-star Christmas read recommendation, is Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele. And now that I said that, I'm not 100% positive that that's the author. So I'm gonna double check that while you share your 5-star read.
Okay. You're not going to believe. Are you ready for this?
Oh no. I don't
My
know if I'm ready.
5-star read, Christmas read, Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele.
No way. Are
I
you
am not
kidding
kidding.
me?
I read it on June 27th, 2025. My
Wow.
review said, I spent so much of this book smiling and laughing out loud like a total crazy person. This book was such a good time. Cindy Steele, you're now one of my favorite authors.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
That's
I can't believe
crazy.
that.
Y'all, we do not,
Wow.
like, we don't talk about our 5-star reads ahead of
Yeah.
time. And out of all the Christmas books in the whole world, I cannot believe we we
I
both
know.
recommended the same one and
Yeah.
even read the same one because there's
Yeah.
so many out there.
Definitely. They really are.
Wow. I love how deep you got with that, and I'm sorry that I was looking for my 5-star read the whole time, so I wasn't responding. But it just shows the power. First of all, I'm just gonna give credit where credit is due. I believe that's 100% a God thing that
Oh,
you found
totally.
that book right when you needed it. Like God was so in that and working in your heart. And I also find
Yeah.
it fascinating because I read the same book. It was in June, and I remember that loss was a big theme of it, but because that's not something I was dealing with at the time, that wasn't clearly, like, I didn't even mention it in my review. I just was
Sure.
like, this was
Yeah.
a good time. But she did really, she dealt with that because, like we said earlier in the episode, that is a huge part of Christmas for a lot of people, is dealing
Right.
with, things aren't the same. And it's
Right.
so anyway,
Yeah.
um, highly recommend Faking
Yes.
Christmas by Cindy Steele.
Yes.
All right,
Love it.
Tiffany, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to sign off because we have a book to write.
Yeah. For real.
Or a
Yes,
short
we do.
story or a novella. We're not committing to length, y'all,
Okay.
because
Yes, we're not committing to length. You're right.
we're both, like, personally, I'm working on another novel right now and I have other things to do. So we're going to just do our best and have a lot of fun with this. And we hope that you enjoy the process as well. So, do we have anything else to talk about before we go?
Well, we do have some exciting topics coming up that we're going to discuss, but we want to hear from you, from our readers, our listeners. What do you want us to discuss? Let us know wherever you're listening, in the comments or online at the Clean Romance Podcast, and let us know what you want us to discuss and talk about.
All right. So be sure to subscribe to the Clean Romance podcast wherever you're listening, and have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, wherever we're at in the year when you watch or listen to this. I hope you're enjoying it.